Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And by back to my channel, I mean the last video I posted was probably 2012. My username was probably WAYYYY01, and I probably had 3 subscribers, and I probably sang show tunes off key. I can't sing, by the way. Hi, I'm Madeline. I'm 23. I'm creative. I'm living in New York City. I just moved here, and I have done a lot this year, but I have been so in my head and overwhelmed recently about like feeling like I haven't done enough. Like, I'm 23, I'm not that old, right? But the pressure, especially being in a creative field like dance, is creeping in where they're like, you're a bag of bones, bitch. You know, and you get so much rejection at auditions and anything. Anyway, I just moved here, so I thought it would be fun to make a list of all the things I accomplished this year, and hopefully inspire you to make a list of all the things that you have accomplished this year, because I guarantee you that if you write it down, it's like so much more, and you start thinking of other things. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah. And life is really stressful, right? And everybody wants to accomplish something, unless you just have no drive. In that case, get off my fucking channel. I don't want to, bleeping channel. I don't want to talk to you. You're disgusting. You're lazy. Goodbye. But everybody wants to accomplish something, right? And every day, the best thing we can do is take a small step to reach those goals, which is what I try to do every day. Take small steps. Some days it's harder, some days it's easier, and then you reach a weird roadblock somewhere in the middle where I'm at, where it's like, I don't know what to do next, right? Like, I'm applying to castings, I'm updating my resume, I'm going to dance class, I'm applying to acting, modeling, dance, you know what I mean? And like, I'm getting small things here and there, you know, making some connections, and I've only lived in the city 2.5 months, granted, mind you. Fuck! Just anyway, I've only lived in the city 2 months, so I can't get mad at myself for not accomplishing much. So I found this exercise. I was riding home on the 6 train. 6 train is sketchy as all hell. I love it. I was riding home on the 6 train today, and I was like, you know what? Instead of getting down about all the shit I haven't, oh my god, my first video is gonna get taken out. Instead of going off about all the stuff YouTube I have not accomplished since I've been in New York, I thought that my first video, I need to stop clapping, like I can't be doing those videos. I thought that my first video I would go ahead and list everything that I have accomplished this year. And when I actually started to like list it, some of the things were just like a little bit funny, and granted I didn't list everything because I only have about a 20-minute commute, and I only get about 5-ish seconds of service at every stop, and then the service gets slow. But I tried my best to make a list, and here it is. I hope I can inspire you to also make a list. So, I caught myself that time freaking corny. Starting with number 1, and it is March 1st, 2025 tomorrow, so I tried to start from like March of last year, so it is a true year. Starting off at number 1, I graduated college. Can we talk about that? It took me 5 years, a transfer, a whole bunch of personality switches, a whole bunch of friends, a whole bunch of hobbies, a whole bunch of drugs. No longer, but I did it, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it. I graduated with a BFA in dance, in choreography, and half a psychology degree, which maybe one day I'll finish. Number 2, I presented my first choreographic work. It was a solo called Overflow. I was really inspired by, I have a personality disorder. No, I don't. What is a personality disorder? I don't know. But I made a piece, a solo work inspired by that, and it was really cool to show it. I don't know, and I want to keep diving farther into that piece. Number 3, I got engaged in Denmark, which I got engaged in Budapest. I'll get to this later, but I got engaged and then it got broken off. It's not really an accomplishment, but I think it's like kind of funny because it's just everything that happened in a year. I backpacked 20 countries alone by myself. Upon graduation, I was gonna move to New York and I freaked out. And I was backstage and I was just like, you know, at our last show, and I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I bought a one-way ticket to Morocco. I just bought it backstage. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to Africa. Yeah, my grandpa, he was like, oh, here's a backpack I have. I was like, sweet. Everyone was like, when are you coming home? I'm like, I don't know. But I went to 20 countries, 22-ish. So many stories, all by myself, so many people, so many amazing, amazing, amazing experiences. And the greater accomplishment, besides going to all those 20 countries, 22, is taking the leap to just go. Like, I had it so, you know, worked up in my head always. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a trip, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Boom, book the ticket, going to Africa. And that's how it happened. Which brings us to the next thing on the list. I started writing a book about my whole experience. Keep a lookout for that. It's probably going to be released in 2097. I hope I don't die before I finish it, but I'm very passionate about it. I try to be passionate about it. I try to write and say, see, now I'm talking about things I haven't accomplished. I started it. That is an accomplishment. The next thing, I lived in a model house for about a week. Which is actually the story of how I moved to New York. So my friend from college is a model in New York, and she was living in this model house, and I went and joined her, and that was an experience to say the least. But I'm no longer there, which is good, and she's no longer there, which is good. And I got my little like Manhattan, New York clubbing out of my system. Bitch, baby bottom. I was there for a week, so I can't really say much about it. I started dating my boyfriend James this year. Love that man. Love that man. We've been off and on, but I love him. Not recently off and on. We were off. You know what? I love him so much. Off and on for like 4 years, but we finally worked it out. That's what counts. I modeled on a runway in New York Fashion Week. I modeled on 3 runways actually, and I also was able to body paint models for New York Fashion Week, which was super cool. I'm also a visual artist. Oh my god, all my paintings are hanging up. But yeah, that was super cool. And then I cut off old friends. This is probably the best one on the list because, girl, I have put up with so much in my life, and I was always somebody who was like so desperate for friends that I was like, I'm gonna do whatever you want. I'm gonna serve you, master. Not that serious, but like, I don't know. There was always something in me that felt like no matter who a friend was, no matter what, I felt like that person was a step higher than me always. Or like had like, I don't know, was in like some sort of secret, like I always like put my friends kind of like above me, like in more of like a mentor role than a friend role. And because of that, I feel like I always found bad friends and friends that just kind of wanted to use me, friends that maybe had no direction in life, which I've already told you guys, if you have no direction in life, get the off my channel, because I don't. Your energy is stinking up the chat, stinking up the room. But yeah, so and just finally taking the step to, I did it while I was on my trip actually, like recognize the negative energy in your life and kick it kapooey, you know, because I can do so much more when I love myself, and I can't love myself around you. So to the garbage, to the trash, JK, I hope you have a wonderful life. Just don't involve me, ever. You're blocked. I did not, guys, this one is so good. I didn't dye my hair once, not one time. So about a little bit over a year ago, I cut my hair to like a little under an inch long. It was straight because of the heat damage. As you can see, I got a little wave going on. I got a little curl. And I haven't dyed it. I use minimal heat. My boyfriend's a hairstylist, so he will kill me to know that I'm not using heat protection, but it's okay. And guys, look at all the growth. Look at the inches. And she's health. That was the ugliest face I've ever seen myself. You know what? I'm not gonna call myself ugly. I'm gonna call myself scary, because you know what? If there's one thing I am, it's a scary asshole. I quit cigarettes this year. I quit them. Done. I vape still. It's a terrible habit. I wish I could say it wasn't. And if any of you guys out there don't vape, have never vaped, guys, you're flipping that. I curse a lot. I'm realizing this in this video. You're gonna get addicted, and it's gonna take all your money, and you're gonna be like, oh, I can quit. And then you're gonna get rid of your vape, and then you're gonna find yourself coming out of work one day, coming home one day, literally itching your neck like, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't vape. But I quit cigarettes, which is good, because the biggest thing is like the smell is so dusty. Like, I don't want to be around. And now whenever I walk into a room that like someone's been smoking it or something, I'm like, and my roommate Lynn, she's so funny. She's like you didn't just, bitch. Baby bottom. Oh my god. Get out of here. I quit stripping. And then I started again. And then I just quit again, which is good. I think this time I'm done for good. I think it's what's needed for my mental health and my sanity. I didn't even know if I was gonna put this in the video, but I think it's important to be real and honest if I'm trying to like inspire people. Like, that's something that I have been struggling with, is my relationship with my job and my relationship with money and finances, particularly hoarding money when I feel like I'm not gonna have enough, which came from maybe growing up feeling similar to that or something. But I said no more. In fact, I'm in the middle of like a cleanse right now where like I am not even thinking about applying to jobs, besides like, you know, part-time jobs to make money, besides like dance and acting and everything. Oh my god, modeling. I'm not even thinking about applying to them for like probably 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I'm just letting myself cleanse, my body cleanse. I tend to be a very, very like go, and I never take a second to like pause and just let stuff come to me. My boyfriend was actually talking to me about this the other day. He's like, you know, when are you just gonna rest and let stuff come to you? Like, you're chasing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? I feel like, oh, I have to go to work, I have to make money, I have to save money, I have to. He's like, what are you saving money for? You're already in New York. Do you know what I mean? You're already doing this. Why are you taking yourself into an environment, into a work environment where you feel uncomfortable, where you know, leave with trauma or whatever for money? Like, it's not worth it. So I'm in the middle of an emotional cleanse. We'll see if it sticks. I've been doing a lot of art in the meantime. And photo shoots. I had a Broadway audition today, so that was good. Okay, which takes me to the next thing. I went to my first Broadway audition. When I was little, I was like, that was my dream. I was like, I'm gonna be on Broadway. I had this weird obsession with Glee, and actually, back to my previous YouTube channel, Broadway Lover, whatever. To the bitches, oh my god, baby bottoms. Nicole and Hannah, I think it was them. If it wasn't you, I apologize, but I remember the video being on y'all's phone. That recorded my Broadway Lover XO01 video where I was like 11 years old. I'm like, I'm gonna be a Broadway star, and they were all like laughing about me, like pussing me. It feels so good to be in those auditions and just like have the, like, I'm doing it, you know what I mean? I'm chasing my dream. Like, I'm doing it for that little girl, and like that's really exciting. And like, even, you know, if nothing ever comes of it, like maybe it does. You know what I mean? I owe it to her to try. I do. I owe it to her to try. And at that audition, like at Broadway auditions, everybody is so serious. They're like, and I'm not. I'm just like all smiles the whole time, like, hi, like looking at the casting directors, you know what I mean? Like, hi to everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just have so much, I just love being in the room. I love being in the space. Like, I don't even, obviously I want a job to come out of it eventually, but it's just, I love it. It feeds my soul. And so being able to even go to those auditions and be in a position where I can do that is a big accomplishment for me. You know, I have an apartment in New York, why not? And other auditions, that's another accomplishment I have down here. I've been going to other auditions. I hit my savings goal both months that I have lived in New York, which is another achievement of mine. Although, don't know what's gonna be happening with that because I don't know about job, you know, money flow might be a little bit different from now on, but that is okay. That is all something that we're learning to let go and appreciate about ourselves. I deepened in my art, which is an accomplishment that I'm very proud of. I do a lot of like flow state art that takes abstract energy and makes it physical. And it's kind of a lifelong science project of mine, exploring flow state. And I've kind of started to cultivate kind of a motivation for my art, maybe a little bit more of like a cohesive collection, thoughts kind of deepening into like the progress of my I stop. Oh, my art. And I've started to, also on here, I've started to reach out to galleries and kind of put my art more out there into the space of the New York art scene, which is something that I really, for 2025, want to get into as well. Maybe my next video will be my goals for 2025. Maybe it will also inspire you to make a goals list. The next thing I did is I reconnected with a dear old friend who is actually my roommate now. I met her in the model house, and it's been a very beneficial friendship for me so far, and it's been really cool to have somebody who was kind of like there before, be here now, and just kind of to be such a rock for me and such a guiding figure. She was here maybe, you know, 6 months before I was here, maybe a little more so, just kind of being a guiding figure for me and like how New York works a little bit, and as I've been getting into modeling, and just she has a sustainable fashion brand, design brand. Look it up at the Bit Store on Instagram. I will also link it down below, the Bit Store. But she's just always making you know, sustainable fashion designs, and it's really cool to see and like her mission with that. So it's been really cool to reconnect with her. I also have a clothing brand, Twisted Genius. I will try and show some pieces. Oh wait, here's a piece I can show you. This is one of my favorites. I just need to find a manufacturer to be able to replicate mine. Actually, it's inside out, but I guess you guys get the picture. To replicate my designs, because mine are one of ones and mine is not set up to be one of ones. But anyway, enough of that. I connected with her and that was great. I also partied my heart out, whether I have been in Morocco and Spain and Italy and France. Well, I didn't party in France. I freaking hated France. All you French people better die. I'm kidding. I'm literally 2% French. WAYYYY. None of the French people should die. I'm kidding. I'm trying to make this video to inspire people, so French people stick around for a little bit longer. But I partied my heart out. I partied my little Badussi off. On my birthday this year, I went to karaoke with my friend Nick, and it was just me and Nick, and I sang Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse has been my go-to karaoke song. I sang that hoe in Amsterdam all the way down the block. I stopped using full coverage foundation. I stopped wearing makeup in general a lot, unless it's for auditions or obviously for work I would wear makeup, but this is my natural everything. I put a little bit of lipstick on and I have like some crusty eyeliner that didn't wash off, but other than that, everything is clean and natural, which takes me to the next thing. I started taking a lot better care of my hygiene. This is something that is like if you're like a weird if you're a weird like popular girl, like a weird popular girl, oh my god. And that's my imitation of the weird popular girls in my grade at Broadneck High School, class of 2019. If you guys are watching, hi. I hope you're still weird and popular and you're living your dream anyways. I literally forgot what I was saying. Something about makeup, I don't know, I stopped wearing it. I feel cute. Okay, moving on, because if you remember what I was saying, please put it in the comments down below. I hitchhiked for the first time. Now this is a good one because I've always wanted to hitchhike, and I thought it was kind of dead because in the US hitchhiking is kind of dead, but when I was in Eastern Europe and the Balkan countries, hitchhiking is very much alive there and in a lot of the rest of the world. So I hitchhiked a lot, and I also got to meet a lot of hitchhikers, which was super dope, and kind of hear their stories. I met my friend Jonathan. He's from Germany. I met him in Korea, and he had hitchhiked for 11 months maybe at that point from Germany all the way to Korea, and he had only spent something crazy like $7,000 in 11 months because he was hitchhiking and getting free food and meeting the locals, and like, oh my god, just such a treat to be able to do that. So and experience that in an age where we were told in America that it's not safe and not possible, stranger danger. Oh gosh, fell straight out of a movie. And the last, I obviously accomplished, you know, a lot more, like, you know, moved into the place, put down payment, you know, made new friends, did this, did that, spent more time with my family. Oh, I love my grandma. I love her so much. I love my mom too, my dad, but I love my grandma a lot. And on my siblings, shout out, I got 6 of them, 6 include, I don't know. I need to get on track because I have one more thing to share with you guys, and that is the fact that I realized my love for Asia. I don't want this to sound any sort of way. I love the culture, I love the food, I love the landscape. When I was traveling, South Korea and Asia were my favorite. South Korea and Japan were my favorite countries. And Egypt. I loved Egypt. Oh my god, those people are so nice. At least the people that I had interactions with. I love Egypt. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I realized my love for that kind of culture and like how I wanted to influence my work, and also the love for Asian art, for Asian, I don't know. I grew up in Hawaii too, so I kind of have always been around it. They have a strong Japanese cultural influence. But anyway, guys, that is the short list of just things I could come up with on the short train ride from Midtown today, of things that I have accomplished this year alone. And it really helped me to kind of look at it. And even some of the things are silly, right? Like my love for Asia. Are you serious? Please, nobody clip this and be like me saying, I love Asia. Like, this is not kawaii Trish, okay? I'm saying, even no matter how silly it is like this, like that is an accomplishment to me, because as somebody who's struggled with like identity for my entire life, and like, you know, being a weird kid and feeling like I had to fit in, like it's something that tells me something about myself personally. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I don't like that because somebody else likes that and it's cool to like, so I'm gonna like it. That's like an autism trait, right? I like that because I like it. And so that's why it's quote up on the list. But no matter how small to, you know, big, like maybe the biggest thing on the list, I went to, you know, 22 countries by myself. That's what's gonna stick out from this year. But it was just so fulfilling to take a minute and kind of list everything out that I had done, because like, wow, like I don't suck. I haven't had an unproductive year, just because I feel like maybe it's slowing down, or maybe I'm not where I thought I would be. Look at where I was a year ago and where I am now, and I still have a lot to go. But I hope that this video inspires you to kind of make your own list and love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. And stay blessed. And this channel is going to be very random. I just, I need an outlet terribly. I don't want to go to therapy again. I can't. I really hate therapists. I'm like talking about my life. Even though I'm talking about my life right now, there's nobody talking back to me being like, you're wrong. Or telling me how I should feel or anything. Anyway, enough of my traumas with therapy. Let me end the video so you guys can live in peace and not hear my voice anymore. Just kidding. Oh my God, self-love. I love myself. My next video will probably be goals and aspirations for 2025/2026, because I am doing this in March. I am a procrastinating ass baby bottom. And yeah, this channel's gonna be random, and I hope you enjoyed my rant, and I hope it inspired you maybe a little bit, because you are awesome, I am awesome, we're all awesome. That can't be my address. You need to have a good day, because Mr. Cheetah said to. Love yourself and make a list. And if you do make a list, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below if you feel comfortable sharing, because I would love to see your list. Okay, Maddie, shut up.